Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this show to talk about some wrestling news. I done NASCAR and NFL news today, so if you haven't watched those, go check those out. And the Dodgers recap. So if you haven't checked those out, go check those out. And now we'll talk about some wrestling, because I haven't talked about any wrestling much. But I've been watching Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view. I just haven't been recapping them, but I've been watching the shows, obviously. But I want to talk about the first thing here is Tony Khan in an interview with Shaquille Majori of CBS Sports. And Tony Khan talks about the topic of AEW's decline in live attendance and the negativity surrounding it online, obviously. Tony Khan said this, and I quote, the nerd Mr. Khan says, and I quote, "We're actually having a lot of success with a lot of live events, and it's just the nature of online discourse. But I think people will always push a negative story further than a positive story. We pulled some of the biggest gates in history of pro wrestling in the past year. Set attendance records in many cities." Sure. But I think the nature of being AEW and the nature of online discourse and all of these things coming together, there's always going to be people trying to chase you down and talk about the cons instead of the pros. Period. End quote. Look, the discourse online is true. The numbers don't lie. I mean, he can say anything he wants, but attendance is down, the TV is down, but I guess but attendance doesn't mean enough to them, I guess. And the numbers don't lie. And they spell disaster for you. It's sacrifice, Mr. Khan. Come on. Had to throw in a Scott Steiner line there. But there's literally photo evidence, Tony, at most of your events. The attendance is bad. For the venues you're in, the attendance is very bad. And the dude's in the dome. Does he not see the arenas every week? The numbers legit suggest otherwise, and you can say you love AEW, but you have to admit the attendance is bad, and we're having a lot of success with a lot of live events. Well, I guess they are. Unfortunately, it's only the pay-per-views that are having success. I can't take this man serious. What live events? Attendance is in the gutter. Like, he can't tell the truth for once. I mean, of course he's gonna say that. He can't bash his own company. But he could say something similar, we're working on it or something, I don't know. Because people probably have to sit through this shit and can't even post the videos from AEW. But, whatever. That's all I have to say about that. In an interview with the Daily Star, Shelton Benjamin talked about if he would ever return to WWE again. And this is a short quote he said from this interview. He said, end quote, "I think I'd be a fool to not look at the opportunity. If they asked me to come back, I would definitely go back. I would be a fool not to." Period. End quote. If anybody gets a chance to work there, they should take it, especially with the new regime they have. And Sheldon also said that he sees it as a marketing opportunity to build a personal brand. If they wanted him to return, of course he'd go back. I think when he was still with WWE, I think it was under Vince when he got fired. But I can't remember. But I shouldn't have let him go in the first place, to be honest. Perfect talent to have decent matches and put over talent. But I feel like him and Cedric Alexander, or Cedric the Entertainer, whatever his name was, should stay as a team. But they fumbled him 2 times already. I don't know if he'll come back, but we'll see. He can be like a good mid-card talent, because he can put on some good matches. So Liv Morgan kissing Dominic Mysterio on this week's Monday Night Raw. I think as it went off the air, has been as of today, an estimated 40 million times across WWE social media platforms in the first 24 hours. Cinema, it's pure cinema for the storyline. Probably because it was the only goddamn way to see it happen, because I don't think many people saw it happen on USA Network, because they wait till the last minute to actually have something interesting at the end, and then it gets cut off because of poor TV management. Yeah, it was kind of a one-sided kiss. So, former AEW talent Ethan Page has arrived in WWE and attacked NXT champion Trick Williams, and he has officially signed with WWE. Former AEW talent Ethan Page. Man, all ego is now WWE. Man, NXT is gonna be one of the shows to watch. They book whatever they want over there. But good to see Ethan Page now in WWE, because I felt like he was wasting in AEW. I feel like he'll do good in NXT. And Vic Joseph almost name dropped AEW on WWE TV. He's like, Booker, that's Ethan Page, was he in AE? And Booker went, That was interesting, I thought. But you know, Jordan Grace showed up on the word backstage was that Jordan Grace last night's NXT was that Knockouts champion Jordan Grace appearing last night, and at Battleground next Sunday will not be the only WWE and TNA collaboration. So this tells me they're going to have a lot of collaborations, WWE and TNA, in the days ahead. Per PW Insider, the belief is the belief is that there will be some sort of NXT representation on future TNA events and programming as well. Man, the forbidden door, I guess is open for TNA. And people be like, oh, if you're so excited for TNA wrestlers, why aren't you just watching TNA? I'm excited to see them work with WWE wrestlers. I'm excited for any wrestling. But, man, imagine AJ Styles, one last TNA run. I mean, he'd probably love the fuck out of that, to be honest. But I think it's honest. But I think it's NXT representation, though, only. Most likely, but I see a lot of people are like, Joe Hendry, you know, I believe in Joe Hendry. Yeah, I could definitely see that being an option. But I think that would go over good with the fans. So WWE announced that Sexy Red will officially be the host of NXT Battleground on Sunday, June 9th, 2024. Man, who would have thought Sexy Red would be in WWE? Oh my god. Women's North American Championship design was unveiled last night on NXT, and here it is. Honestly, it looks pretty good. I think it's a beautiful, well-designed title. I think the white title belts are the best designs. I don't know why. So, per PW Insider, WWE are in discussions for Becky Lynch's new deal, and internally, the company does not believe she is looking to go anywhere else. I mean, it's obvious. She's either going to stay with WWE, or she's going to retire. But this won't be surprising, because I don't think she's going to leave. Her husband just signed a major deal with the company. So I don't think she's going to go anywhere. Even if she doesn't stay with WWE, she would retire, but I think her and Seth are WWE for life. So, also per PW Insider, I was talking about the Liv Morgan Dominic Mysterio kiss to close Raw Monday per PW Insider, but timing issues led to USA Network going off the air before the moment. USA Network is the worst, man. Too many commercials, timing issues. Can't wait for Netflix. And they've grossly increased commercials over the past couple of years. I get, you got to make your money, but I'm just glad it'll be Netflix and you won't miss anything. Adam Copeland, Edge, had a bad spot in the Double or Nothing match. Jumped off the steel cage, and he announced yesterday that he has fractured his tibia, and he will require surgery and will be out a few months. Here's to a speedy recovery and a healthy recovery. It was a good run. While he was in AEW. Well, that spot looked horrible, and yeah, shouldn't have done that spot. And about an hour before that, there was like a rumor being bounced around among WWE Talent at Raw. They broke his leg in the spot coming off the top of the barbed wire steel cage match, and then become official. So, I thought it was just a dumb spot. It was just unnecessary. On Monday, as I was mentioning Becky Lynch's contract, Monday was her final match in her current WWE contract, and her contract expires this Saturday, June 1st. I think she'll re-sign, but she'll definitely take a break. Because I think she deserves a break, because I don't know if she's going to take a break for a while. She's not going anywhere, but I think she'll re-sign. Mark Henry will officially be a free agent, and he's not renewed with AEW on Busted Open Radio. It's a good 3-year run as a coach and backstage interviewer. And it's time for the main event. Can't wait for he's going to come back to WWE. It's time for the main event. So on the Double or Nothing media scrum, after Double or Nothing, Tony Khan states that he's had interest in introducing mixed tag team championships in AEW, and that it's different than what other major promotions have and would set AEW apart. They already have way too many championships. Well, they have the AEW championship. I know they have the IWGP championship or something like that. The international title. Adding more titles is like toxic couples having more kids. You're not going to save anything. They have a championship for like every superstar on the roster. Like, adding titles isn't going to fix anything. It's just you'd have more championships. Last two things I want to talk about is Gunther will now officially challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam later this year, which is currently held by Damian Priest, but I think it could be Drew McIntyre, because I think he could win the belt at Clash of the Castle, in Scotland. And then Nia Jax will officially challenge for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam, currently held by Bayley. So, WWE's Top 5 merchandise sellers as of Sunday, May 26, 2024 for women's. April, according to the company itself, Liv Morgan, Kabuki Warrior, Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and Liv Valkyria. Liv's a draw. I mean, the haters are still crying though. She's a draw. And good to see Lyra in the top 5. I mean, it's really all to say for this video for the wrestling shit here. So yeah, until next time, have a lot. Peace.